Hello students, good evening everyone. Let's start the another chapter topic called as applications of trigonometry. Yes. So we'll start the next chapter, that is applications of trigonometry. So which are the important questions are there that I am going to explain. Applications of trigonometry. So which are the problems we are having that I am going to explain. So overall I have took total 20 important questions gathered from all the previous question papers. So what is the main thing we have to learn in applications of trigonometry? Let's check out that one first. Yes. So in the applications of trigonometry, we are having the most important thing is angle of elevation and angle of depression. So these are the two things which are very important in the applications of trigonometry, that is angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is nothing but if the surface, if the ground is towards down, so if a person is standing right over here, so if you want to find out the height of any edge of the pole, so looking towards that from the eye, so the according to height is already which is given according to the person height. So we are finding from the eye to the top of the floor, that is called as angle of elevation, and one more we can take it as from the foot of the person also. Foot also we can take it as angle of elevation. So what is the definitions we are going to find out? Angle of elevation and angle of depression. So before going to that, we have to know about angle of elevation and angle of depression formulas. Let's see what is angle of elevation and angle of depression. So let's see what are the definitions we are having. First of all, angle of elevation and angle of depression. The angle of elevation which is formed from the towards when we see anything towards our from the height of a person to the top of that person, the above the ground floor which we are going to see, that is called as angle of elevation. Simple method, if you are standing on the ground, on the surface of the level, ground level, if you want to find out anything above the ground level, that is called as angle of elevation. So angle of depression ante ఏంది? So angle of depression बोले तो क्या है? What is angle of depression? For example, we know the river. If you are standing on a building, so if you want to find out if you are in the first floor of the building, for example, if you are standing on the first floor of the building, it is a first floor, you want to find out the ground floor of the building. When you are observing that one, that is called as angle of depression. That's it. So angle of elevation is nothing but when you are seeing from the top of the floor, that is called as angle of elevation. If you want to see up towards upside, that is called as angle of elevation. So if you find out the ground floor from the top, if you want to find out the ground floor, so see, if you want to find out from the top of the floor, this is called as angle of depression. Angle of depression. Sir, how to find out angle of elevation and angle of depression? That will be decided by the question, the problem which are given in the question. So it decides whether we have to find out the angle of elevation or angle of depression. That is the most important thing. The angle of elevation is angle formed when looking an object in a horizontal. Angle of elevation, looking the object toward the straight and towards the upside. So above the object, if you are going to see, that is called as angle of elevation. Below the object, if you are going to see, that is called as angle of depression. That's it. The angle of elevation which is formed when looking an object horizontally from a horizontal line towards upside, straight to the horizontal line toward downside. If you are seeing from your naked eye towards straight, that means in the horizontal position. If the person is standing right over here, if he is seeing in the horizontal position towards upside, that is called as angle of elevation. According to the horizontal line, if a person is seeing towards down, this is called as angle of depression. That's it. In a simple method, we have to remember not to drag anything. So if you see upside, that is called as angle of elevation. If you see down, that is called as angle of depression. That's it. Now we are going to do the formulas, and we are going to do all the problems directly without yes. So now we are going to see what is there. Yes, we are going to see the problems directly which are there. Yes. So I'm going to show you some of the problems. Yes. So we are going to do some of the problems. Please stay with me. So I'm going to share you the problems. Yes. Now see. So I'm keeping the question in front of you. See, the question is the first question. A ladder of length 1.7 meters is placed against a wall such that the foot of the ladder is at a distance of 0.8 meters from the ground level. Find the angle made by the ladder with the horizontal side. So please write it down the question, or take a screenshot of this all the questions clearly. A ladder of length 1.7 meters placed against a wall such that the foot of the ladder is at a distance from the wall is 0.8 meters. We have to find the angle made by the ladder with the horizontal way. Yes, now we are going to solve this problem. I think everyone understood the question clearly. What is given? One ladder is given with length 7 centimeters. Yes. Now see what is given. He is given the length of the ladder is given. What is given? A ladder length is given. See, I am going to do the problem here. This is the ladder length. The length of the ladder is 1.7. This is the ladder 1.7 meters. Ladder is 1.7 meters. And the distance The distance from the wall to the ladder is 0.8 meters. 0.8 meters. He said to find out what is the angle is formed. Now see, we are having the adjacent side as well as according to right angle triangle. This is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side, and this is the hypotenuse. So what is the values which is given? We will write that one first. Is given length of ladder is given. Length of ladder is 1.7 meters, which is already given question. And what is given? Yes. So the distance. So the foot of the distance from the ladder to the wall. Wall to ladder distance. How much it is given? It is 0.8 meters. So we have to find the angle which is made by the ladder. Now see. Now here we are having, see, according we here in applications of trigonometry, the most important thing is we are going to use a right angle triangle. That is the most thing. First thing we have to remember is we are going to use here right angled triangle for all the problems in applications of trigonometry. It depends upon the hypotenuse, it depends upon the adjacent side, and it depends upon the opposite side. Now see, here adjacent and hypotenuse is given according to ratios. What you are getting? Cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Sir, we have to take tan, no? Then why we are taking cos only? Why we are taking cos only? We can find it out opposite side also. First, to find out that one, we need to find out the opposite side, which is very, very important. Here we are having. So otherwise we can use first opposite hypotenuse square equals to hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. What is hypotenuse value? 1.7 meters whole square equals to, we have to find out opposite whole square plus adjacent is 0.8 meter whole square. 17 the you get 2.89 meter square is equal to opposite square plus 0.64 meter square. Take this one to left hand side. 2.89 meter square minus 0.64 meter square is equal to opposite square. Write down in the order. Opposite square value will get 2.25 meter square. When square goes right hand side, opposite value becomes under root of 2.25 meter square is opposite side value becomes 1.5 meters. Sir, how you are writing this kind directly means, see, now 1.7 is given. For example, if it is 17, 17 are 289. So when you are keeping two decimal points, one decimal point 1.7, one decimal point, one decimal point. So if you add both together, you will get two decimal points. From right hand side to left hand side, after two digits, you are going to keep the decimal point. So now you got opposite side, that is 1.5 meters. Now we are going to find out the value of this one. Yes, opposite by hypotenuse. Sorry, opposite by adjacent side we have to find out. That's it. So what is the opposite? So we are taking, we can take sine, cos, tan, whichever we need. We are taking tan theta. Tan theta value is opposite side by adjacent. What is the opposite value? 1.5. What is the adjacent value? 0.8. Then cancel both the decimal points. So theta value. So tan theta is equals to, we are getting 15 by 8. So we are getting tan value 15 by 8. So if you divide 8 with 15, 8 ones are 8, 7 remains 0.0, 8 8 is 64, 6.0, 8 7 ja 56, 4.0, 8 5 ja 40. So nearly we are getting tan theta value 1.875. Sir, how we are going to calculate the tan value? Yes. So how we are going to find out the value? That is called as, so tan theta is equals to 1.875. So which is equals to how many degrees? If you want to find out that one, that we have to find out according to degree wise, which is nearer. See, tan theta value means, see, we are having tan 30 degrees value 1 by root 3, tan 45 1, tan 60 degrees value is 1 by root 3. Tan 60 degrees value is root 3. Root 3 value is 1.732, which is an irrational number. So tan theta, which is an irrational number, we are getting all these values. So we can write directly thus tan theta is equals to, approximately we can write above 60 degrees. Above 60 degrees we are going to get the value compulsory. That means what we are writing, roughly tan we are getting 61.3 degrees. Sir, how you are writing that? If you are going to check the tan values, all the tan values, there you are going to get the values. So theta we are getting 61.3 degrees. So tan theta we are getting the value called as 61.8 degrees, we are going to get the value. Now one more question, let me do it. So last one problem I am going to explain now, and remaining problems I will explain in the night session. We'll come back in the night session again. So I will show one more problem now, which is related to same this one only. Yeah. So this is the first problem I have explained. So remaining all the problems I am going to explain in the session, in the night session. So after 10 p.m. We'll meet right over there. So until we are going to take a break. Okay, this is the introduction of the applications of trigonometry, and one problem which I have explained. Remaining 19 problems are there. So those who are interested to listen all the classes, they may come back after the session called as 10:30. From 10:30 we are going to commit live, and from there onwards I am going to explain each and every problem. Remaining I have made totally gathered of 20 questions. If you learn this 20 questions, all the problems will be covered in this 20 problems. Okay, so the session will start either from 10:30 to 11 p.m. In between 10:30 to 11 I am going to start the session compulsory. So you may, those who are interested, you may come back to our the class. So if you are new to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon, so that you will get all the notifications which I am going to explain the problems. So this is Indranil signing off. The next session will be started at 11 p.m. Thank you everyone.